I'm still working on the video about black eye technology, so hopefully that'll be ready tomorrow. But I got distracted today by a comment on the channel. I've decided not to name the person who posted the comment. If they want to take credit, they can do that in the comments themselves. The reason that I chose to do this Q&A tonight is because it's a blaring example of what we have sadly become, and what we'll be moving away from as we transition into the golden age. There seems to be a significant portion of people who just want to attack others. In its most severe forms, you see these sick people that actually call for assassinations of others. It is true that bantering on social media is kind of commonplace, and many channels thrive on that. This one doesn't. Instead, we thrive on seeing the beauty of creation, including ourselves and each other. We recognize the inevitability of our imperfections and really revel in expanding our understanding of reality. So I respectfully want to share my thoughts on people that contaminate intellectual intercourse with accusations and assaults on the integrity of others. Please don't do that, guys, and realize that it is low vibrational frequencies that make us ill. It may seem that verbal attacks hurt others, but realize that living in such low frequencies actually harms us more than it harms the people that we target with it, especially if they are awake. So let me demonstrate my point, and we'll move on to something more interesting for the awakened ones. There were 2 comments by the same person about the Trump Reaper parody that I covered. The first comment was,
"Did you really not know who Russell Vought is? Also, are you familiar with the original words to the actual song? Most of what you referenced are the real words to the song."
My response was, no, I didn't, until I checked. I am being brought into the political realm as a necessary part, but my purpose is more esoteric awareness and energy healing. Strange that what I referenced applies to the actual lyrics, because I have heard the song but never really knew the complete lyrics. I am quite intuitive and that may come out, but no, I never read the lyrics until just now. Thank you for letting me know. I have no idea why I write half the stuff I do. It's almost like a stream. My friend Loyalona still mentioned that some call it downloads. I see it more as a stream of consciousness connection that occurs. It was at that point that it became combative. This was the second comment.
Also, where in this video did you see Nancy Pelosi? I've watched it 4 times now. Please tell me where you see Nancy Pelosi in this video. Sounds like you're just someone trying to make money. Yes, I saw your ad for merch at the end of the video, off of content created and shared by other people, but you don't actually know what you're talking about. Didn't know who Russell Vought was. Made it sound like Biden firing him was something he wasn't supposed to do. By the way, new presidents choose their own cabinet secretaries with the exception of those who have set terms. Thought you saw Nancy Pelosi in this video somewhere and broke down this video as some sort of psyop. Yet everything you said was blatantly obvious. There's no hidden meaning here. This is where it became a learning lesson, and I realized that I was dealing with someone who's on a mission.
I responded, I am always open to constructive discussions, but it is wise to not judge people you don't know. We have one rule here, and that is to be kind and respect each other. You appear to be one-upping or demeaning me, because you knew who Russ Vought was, and I didn't before the Reaper video. I would never talk down to you because you don't understand pharmacokinetics or psychoneuroimmunology. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and it's our symbiotic nature of community that makes us special. Regarding the merchandise, those who know me know that I have not focused on selling merchandise for nearly 2 years now. In fact, my subscribers are the ones who encouraged me to create merchandise and memberships. I saw that you don't produce any content, so I understand that you may not realize the expenses of such a channel. It costs me about $350 a month in necessary softwares, and that's low. And I support the channel on my Social Security. I have no help, no production staff, and I have repeatedly chosen not to accept any sort of corporate backing to remain independent. So if you think I'm making a dime on this, you are sadly mistaken. YouTube doesn't allow me to post screenshots in this response, but I made around $100 in views towards my expenses last month, and memberships are about $80, which YouTube keeps 30% of. If you research YouTube policies, you will find that YouTube is making most of the money on everything. I don't get into pissing matches with people. I force nothing on anyone. You are clearly free to not watch, but there is no need or invitation for people to bring low frequencies to the channel, because if you understood disease and healing, you would realize that the anger, hate, disempowerment, and fear that people live in causes illness. If you want to explore that, I am here. You will find that I am more than happy to clarify my thoughts and work. I will not, however, repeatedly defend my integrity to people with a desire to argue. Those are tactics of the dark to distract us from the truth. As you evolve, you'll gain a subtle pull towards truth that will be more reliable. If you are unable to do that, it's because our pineal gland, which is the doorway to such abilities, has been calcified by poisons in your foods and medicines. I hope that I have addressed your questions and concerns, and that you can become a productive member of this amazing community of evolved beings. If you can't, I understand and wish you well. If you would like to further explore, myself and others are happy to assist if you are able to ask questions in a constructive, non-combative manner. Much love and prosperity to you on your journey to awakening. Both my Reaper video and the original video by the creator are linked in the description. If any of you feel compelled to spend your precious time on determining whether Nancy Pelosi is in the video or not. If it's that important, then you might want to think about taking a walk in nature. I'm just going to add a very brief comment here at the end. Sadly, mankind has evolved thus far in a direction that was designed to create separation and everything that embodies dark and unhealthy frequencies. We know it came to the United States as far back as the late 40s, and we have slipped lower and lower to the point that we have supported the mutilation of the human body, even in our most innocent. We have attempted to normalize sexuality in infants. Indeed, some revel in ritual abuse of perfection. It saddens me because it has been endemic to the human state to the point that even the dysfunction has become normal in some minds. We must get back, guys. We must realize that there should be no joy in tearing down others while recognizing the need for a change in perspective. We can expand our brain power and creativity to infinity, but the beauty in being smart is that we appreciate simplicity. So I'm going to end this with a quote that many of us have heard. If you can't say something nice about someone, don't say anything.